Hi guys, Togo here with a new video, and this video will be my add-ons video for classic, fresh, and I'll be discussing about the add-ons I'm using for this fresh. Obviously, there are a few add-ons that I can still download, but whenever I feel like I'm using it, or whenever I feel like I'm going to need it. For example, DBM, I don't download it because I don't feel like I need it, because I know the mechanics. But if you do need it, you can download DBM and it will help you. And for example, weak auras, you can also download that if you so desire. Right now, I'm very minimalistic. I don't really need too much weak auras to function, so I don't have weak auras. But I'm going to talk about all the add-ons I'm using currently. So I'm using Bagnon, simply because it is like neat to have like one bag. You can displace it whatever you want as well. You see here your arrows on the lower end, so it's very cool to have that as well. And you see also total gold. For example, if you're connecting on different characters, you will see the amount of golds you have per character, and you can also have your how it's called, your bank here by clicking right click. You can see the bank that I have on my character, so that's very cool as well and very neat. So you could also see what is in my bank and what do I need, for example, here and there. There is a alliance. I'm gonna kill him, sorry. Why did I miss him though? Well, he did bubble. I'm gonna kill him still. No! You know what? I don't wanna. It's fine. I'm gonna let him live. I don't really care too much. But let's go for the add-ons. I didn't miss my concussive shot, man. It kind of sucks. So we did Bagnon. I think it's a very good one. Atlas Loot Classic, very cool as well. So you know whenever you're playing in Wailing Caverns, for example, what boss is dropping what. It's very hard to play without it because again, I don't want to search on Google whenever I am on a boss and I don't know what the gear is that he's dropping. To be fair, I know kind of all the gear that is dropping here and there, but like it's always cool to have like an overview at any point. So for example, if Pithas give the Stinging Viper, that you know that Lord Pithas does give it, so you have something to look forward to. What else can I show you add-ons wise? I use Auctionator as well because it's really a lightweight add-on that makes auctions like literally easy. Big debuffs, I like that because again gives me a sense of crown control on the raid frames. So for example, if my ally is CC'd, I do see that as well. And it's one of the better things to have on classic. Capping, so you are in BGs, for example, so you see the BG timer, so we have it here. So for example, if Arate Basin, for example, stables got capped, you have like a timer here of when it gets capped, and you also see when your team is going to win or not, and when, for example, which is quite cool as well. I like that. I have character stats classic, so we have that. I have also deja vu stats, if I'm not mistaken, which is a bit down the line, but that's what I'm using, and it's really cool to have like all the statistics towards your melee weapons, your ranged weapons, your agility, how much crit you have. This is like really neat. Like it's very hard to play with only like the normal stats that you have, the basic stats, because it doesn't show everything you would like to, especially like the things that you would need to have if you want to have like a character that is a bit more transparent on what you're doing. Classic cast bar, so without it you cannot really see cast bars being like, for example, if Frostmage is casting Frostbolt onto you, you see now a cast bar. Without it you cannot see it, pretty much. So that's like something that everyone has, I think, from classic. If you don't have, download it. Classic heal prediction, so if you're doing a heal and someone is low, you get like a green bar, that is going to be shown like a prediction of the amount of healing that is going to happen. If it crits, it's going to be more, obviously, but you have like, for example, 200 health, like you're going to heal for 200, you will see a little bar that is indicating that 200, and you can see the prediction of it. For HOTS and also from direct healing, you will see also a prediction for that. Depending on the color, it is the amount of or the type of healing. It will be like darker green and light green, for example, for HOTS, which is very, very cool as well. What else do we have? We have like here Deja Classic stats, pretty much. You can see like improved. It's the same. I have I have both, but you don't need both. You can just download one of them. I have details. Obviously, it's a very good add-on. It gives you an indication on how much damage you do and on what you're doing the damage on, which is always neat. What else can I show you guys? I have green wall, but to be fair, nobody's going to use that probably on Classic Fresh except for HC, but I have it, so whatever, I keep it. I have handy notes for again, handy notes for your map, so your maps is going to be a bit more easier to see, so it's really, really neat. So I have everything that is going to be tied to that. We have also Leatrix, which is going to have like the maps being revealed, pretty much. So for example, it's like dark whenever you haven't like if you didn't go to that place, it will be dark and it will light up once you have explored that place. So it's always cool to have like indication of how the map is. Although to be fair, everyone kind of knows it right now in Classic. But if you don't know, that map is at least dark if you're not explored yet. But also you can just see how the road is or where the places are. So I really, really like that as well. What else can I show you guys? Again, we have loss of control alerter. So I'm a PvPer. I like to know whenever I'm getting kidney shot or whenever I'm getting kicked, I have like an indication in the middle of the screen from what is happening. For example, if I get stunned, I will have like the indication of kidney shot, for example, myself. For a few seconds, it will have a countdown. So I know, look, I'm CC'd. Sometimes it's very hard to see it. So I like to have the add-on to tell me whenever I'm getting CC'd or silenced or interrupted or whatnot. Without it, it's very hard to notice it. Nightmare Incursion help, I don't use it anymore because it's SOD. I should actually remove it. Nug Energy, which is very cool for rogues, for example, because you will have like a tick, or for example druids as well. So you will have a tick. So in Classic, your energy is not regenerating every single time. Like it is tick per tick. So you will have like a timer every single time whenever it's going to tick. So you can also prepare your energy for your next attack. So you could store up energy, and then on the next tick you're going to do your attack, for example, and it's going to be a little bit smoother if you're playing rogue or druid in that instance. I really like that as well. I cannot play without it whenever I'm playing rogue or druid. So we have Omnibar here. You can see my Omnibar. So whenever someone is using a kick, it will show that the kick is on CD, for example, which is always going to be helpful if you're playing PvP and you're playing versus a mage and you're a warlock. You know that the kick is on CD. So then you can just cast without fake casting, and whenever the kick is on CD, you can then start fake casting and maybe get the normal stance and not the interrupt one. Omni CD party cooldown tracker. So if you're like in a party, you will see the cooldowns that they have. In Classic, it's a bit less because you don't have that many cooldowns, but it's like it's useful to see what the other people have, which is always going to be neat. Questy, obviously, I use Questy. It's a fantastic add-on, to be fair. I have Ranker, so your helper through the Classic era honor system, so you know how much honor you need to rank up. And it's really something that is going to help you if you want to rank up. How can I say? If you want to rank up reliably without like having to count too much, this add-on will help you with that. Rare scanner, always nice, especially in dungeons or UBRS, for example. If you're like trying to get Jed, it's going to help you immensely. And yeah, I just use it. It's really nice. It's a really nice add-on, especially if you put, like, for example, Broken Tooth. If you're like a hunter, you can also put Broken Tooth as a rare scanner, so you can also just find him whenever you are like searching for him. Rested XP, I frankly, I don't use it, but not this time. Like this time around, I'm not going to play with a leveling guide. I think I'm pretty sure about that. Save queue, I'm using it so I know how much time I have to click on accept. Pretty much, it's better for arenas and for later expansions, but I still have it in classic as well. Trinket menu, very cool. So I have like my trinket menu here. So whenever I have a trinket, I can swap trinkets very efficiently. You could even bind it if you want to. It's really cool. I think everyone should play around that as well, because trinkets are a huge part, especially PvP, to the PvP experience. What else? We have vendor price, which is always going to be quite nice. So you see, okay, this is like $1 silver and 90 cents, 90 bronze, excuse me. And this is 16, so I can remove this because I have like a short of space and I don't care about that to be sold. So that's an option. Also, whenever you're going to auction it to the auction house, you will have some data for that as well. So for example, it sells for 30 silver per heavy leather. You know, okay, this is worth something, so I'm not going to throw it and lose on money that I can have. What else? I have weapon swing timer. Obviously, it's very important, especially for hunter. So you know when to multi-shot, when to aim shot, and it's going to be useful, especially since you want a melee weave, for example. For example, here I have my main hand, and you have also dual wield, but I don't have dual wield here, so I can do this, for example. But now I miss everything. But anyways, you could do something like that, and with the weapon swing timer, you can really be very efficient with it. And the same for warriors, so you know when to queue your attacks and whatever. It's quite neat as well. So those are my add-ons I'm going to use in classic. If you have other add-ons to give tips in the comments for other people, please do write it. If you have a special add-on that I didn't talk about and you think it's like a very big value for everyone, please share it. Again, it's a bit of a hectic video, but I didn't know how to do the video otherwise, but hopefully you did learn a few things add-ons wise. Those are the add-ons I'm going to use, and hopefully you're going to have a great time in Classic Fresh. I'll be rolling PvP like I said on the previous videos, but if you want to roll PvP, let's try to find each other. I'm going to be alliance. If you're horde, you can camp me if you want to. I'm going to come back with an army, so it's going to be a battlefield, so be prepared about that. And the same, if I'm like ganking you, please bring your whole battlefield so it becomes like a whole bloodbath in world PvP. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.